One of my specialties is children's foot problems, and today I want to talk about bunions in children. So first, this is a bunion. It is the angulation of this first metatarsal bone with the toe right here. If you look at it on the skeleton, it looks something like that. Now, normally bunions take years, even decades to form. So if you see a bunion forming in your child, that is something that's fairly serious. It's a sign there's a lot of abnormal force going through the big toe joint. It's something we want to take care of. So briefly, I want to go over what causes bunions. If you go to our website and just do a search for bunions, there's a lot of information on in detail what causes bunions, including some other videos. But essentially, when we walk, we should bend like this at the end of the step, about 80 degrees of motion. People that get bunions, it's usually because they roll in or pronate too much. That jams this joint and prevents this toe from moving as we walk forward. What then happens is because it can't move up, all of that force has to go somewhere, and that toe starts to move off to the side, and then over time, again, we get this occurring. Once again, usually it takes many years for that to occur. So if we see it happening in a child, that means there's a lot of abnormal force going through that joint, and we want to stop that force to help slow or stop the progression of the bunion deformity. We do that by putting the foot in a position where this bone is down, so we get better motion in that joint, and we do that by using an orthotic in their shoe. Now, in most cases with kids, I like to start with a really high quality over-the-counter arch support like this one. It has a deeper cup around the heel, it's wide, and it grabs the arch pretty close. You can actually, if you go to our website and do a search for children's arch supports, you can find our suggestions on these. And I like to start with kids with the over-the-counter ones simply because they obviously tend to grow out of orthotics, and if you get an expensive custom orthotic and then they grow out of it in a few months, that becomes cost prohibitive. And the nice thing is there's some really good over-the-counter devices on the market now. Now, if this doesn't offer adequate support and we're still seeing too much stress within that big toe joint, we will use a custom orthotic on a child also. The key is to take as much stress off of that joint as possible, allow that joint to move as it should, and help prevent that bunion from getting bigger. So if you start to notice any changes in the foot structure on your child, bunions or other bumps or lumps on their feet, please, if you're in our area, bring them in and let us take a look at your child's feet. If you're not in our area, find a podiatrist that specializes in pediatric foot problems. If you've enjoyed these, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.